Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Howard on Sports. My name is Howard. So, tonight, since I'm completely yankied out, I had all these ideas about videos I wanted to make about the Yankees, but I can't deal with them right now. So, I'm just going to put them to the side and talk about something else. So, tonight, I want to talk about how my friend Liz became a Knicks fan, really an NBA fan, but first a Knicks fan. So back in June of 1999, we were hanging out at her house. She used to live in New York, and usually we would just, like earlier in that decade, we wrote a lot of songs together, and that was kind of what we did with our friend Renee. But as the decade went on, more than anything else, we used to just like to take walks. Like she was my walking buddy. But on this particular night, I said, you know what, Liz, I want to watch the basketball game. It was game three, Knicks versus Pacers. It was tied one game apiece. And so she's like, yeah, we could hang out in her apartment and we'll watch, which was cool because at that time she was not a fan at all. But she sat there and watched and she got into it. She got sucked into what was going on. And the game was really close. The Knicks were down by 3 points late in the game. And then Larry Johnson hit a three-pointer and got fouled. So it was a 4-point play. It was like about 10 seconds left. It was a really exciting play. And if I remember, the three-pointer was not a planned play. It was like a rebound or it was just a kind of a bang-bang play. And Larry Johnson just got the ball and just shot it and it went in and he got fouled. And, Liz was like so excited. And then, so the Knicks ended up winning and they ended up winning the series. They unfortunately lost ultimately in the NBA Finals. But from that point on, she was hooked. And I witnessed it sitting right on her couch. She became a big time Knicks fan. Now, ironically, she moved from New York later that year, right? So when the next NBA season started, she was not living in New York anymore, or she moved shortly after. So it was kind of weird. So she was no longer in the state, but now she was this hardcore Knicks fan. But in a way, I guess it was cool because it was like she took a piece of New York with her to where she ended up moving. So I think that's kind of a nice thing, just a little piece of home that she took with her. But beyond the Knicks, she's just an NBA fan in general. I'm not saying she knows every rule and all the history of the NBA, but she knows as much as I do about the modern NBA. She follows it and she enjoys it. And the truth is, she doesn't really follow any other sport. So she's not a sports fan, but she just got hooked on this one thing. And I think it's really cool. So when I speak to her on the phone, I mean, we can discuss several things, including, politics and just life in general. But we could also always fall back on the NBA and particularly the Knicks. And so that is something that we have in common that before that night, we did not.